USA Network's hit reality television show, Chrisley Knows Best, is wrapping up its 9th season. However, some fans don't think the shenanigans of this family are real. Keep reading to find out about this and more. Since their debut in March 2014, some people have been skeptical about how genuine the production of Chrisley Knows Best is. Seemingly, this is based on the fact that the series' storylines seem to follow those of scripted family sitcoms. Fans that listen to Todd and Julie Chrisley's weekly podcast, Chrisley Confessions, know that production for Chrisley Knows Best and Growing Up Chrisley keeps a schedule. This leads some people to believe that it is scripted. Also, back in August, Savannah Chrisley shared something on her Instagram that caught followers' attention. As TV show's Ace previously reports, many people didn't know that Chrisley Knows Best production uses backdrops. From the looks of Savannah's Instagram post, they used backdrops for the couch confessional scenes. Some fans commented that they thought those scenes were in an actual room in the Chrisley's home. The suspicion that Chrisley Knows Best is fake fueled even more on Reddit. Viewers come after two members of the family in particular. According to the thread, staged because of Nanny Faye and Grayson Chrisley, these viewers point out that their acting is bad. Another comment says that it has to be scripted because that's the only way that Nanny Faye and Grayson would have storylines. Here's what some of the viewers have to say. Unfortunately, there's no definitive answer about whether or not Chrisley Knows Best is fake. However, fans of the show know that Todd Chrisley denies the show is fake. What do you think? Is Chrisley Knows Best real or fake? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Make sure to come back to TV show's Ace for more Chrisley news. Don't forget, the Chrisleys have a new time. Tune in to USA Network Thursday nights at 7:30/8:30 key for a new episode of Chrisley Knows Best. Reality television is a phrase that's supposed to evoke raw honesty, unscripted drama, and real human experience. But over the years, fans of various reality shows have grown suspicious of just how real the reality is. One show that has drawn repeated skepticism is Chrisley Knows Best, the USA Network series that follows the lives of Todd Chrisley and his Southern charmed, occasionally chaotic family. While the series has enjoyed high ratings and a loyal following since it debuted in 2014, a growing number of fans believe that the show might be more fiction than fact. From overly polished scenes to suspiciously convenient plot twists, here's why some viewers think Chrisley Knows Best might be faking more than just a few moments for the camera. Too scripted to be true. One of the most common complaints about Chrisley Knows Best is that it often feels too scripted. While reality TV is known for having some level of production planning, many fans argue that the Chrisleys take it to another level. Episodes often follow classic sitcom structures. A conflict is introduced early on, characters behave in exaggerated ways, and a heartwarming resolution comes conveniently by the end of the 22-minute runtime. The predictability of the show's pacing has led fans to speculate that producers, and perhaps the family themselves, are working off scripts. Whether it's a family prank that seems a little too perfectly executed or a conversation that sounds like it came from a writer's room rather than a kitchen table, there's a polish to the show that contradicts the messiness of real life. Online forums and Reddit threads are filled with viewers pointing out the unnatural dialogue and staged emotional arcs. Many believe that while the show may be loosely based on real events, it's heavily edited or reenacted to create a more entertaining storyline. Flawless aesthetic, filtered reality. Another red flag for many skeptical fans is how perfect everything looks. The Chrisley family home is perpetually spotless. Every room, every outfit, every meal, immaculately curated. Even the casual moments, like cooking breakfast or relaxing in the living room, appear carefully staged. The family seems to exist in a version of suburban life that rarely mirrors the real world. Of course, some fans argue that this is simply a result of the family's wealth and preference for luxury. However, even wealthy people spill their coffee and have bad hair days. The overproduced aesthetic, smooth camera pans, ideal lighting, coordinated outfits, makes it hard for some viewers to suspend their disbelief. This is especially noticeable in contrast to earlier seasons, where things felt a bit rougher around the edges. As the show gained popularity and budgets increased, so did the production value, perhaps too much for its own good. It went from feeling like a peek into a quirky Southern family to resembling a scripted sitcom with unusual drama. Fans have also noted that the drama on the show often arises and resolves in a way that feels more like fiction than reality. For example, a typical episode might feature a ridiculous misunderstanding, like Todd thinking someone forgot his birthday, only to discover a surprise party was in the works all along. Cue laughter, hugs, and a moral about family togetherness. While Chrisley Knows Best has always leaned into humor and lighthearted chaos, the conflicts seem strangely artificial. Real-life family disagreements, especially in households with complex dynamics, are rarely wrapped up so quickly or neatly. Some fans have even suggested that entire plots are crafted purely for the cameras. In fact, certain viewers have tracked storylines that appear to have no connection to reality. Characters might express concern over an issue that had never previously been mentioned, or act shocked about developments that had already been addressed in earlier episodes. These inconsistencies further fuel the idea that much of the show is fabricated. Behind the scenes, scandals the Chrisley family's legal troubles haven't helped their case. In 2019, Todd and Julie Chrisley were indicted on multiple counts of tax evasion and bank fraud. Their eventual conviction and prison sentences in 2022 cast a long shadow over the family's squeaky clean on-screen image. For a show that portrays the Chrisleys as a tight-knit, morally upright family, these real-world legal issues caused a major credibility rift. How could a family so deeply rooted in Christian values and Southern tradition be involved in such serious fraud? Some fans began to wonder whether the entire television persona was just that, a persona. The contrast between their television image and their legal reality made it increasingly difficult to take their on-screen behavior at face value. If they were willing to construct an image for the public in one realm, why not in another? The family's attempt to address the situation on spin-offs and interviews only added to the sense of performance. Viewers were left questioning where the reality ended and the branding began. Reality TV's history of fakery. To be fair, Chrisley Knows Best is far from the first reality TV show to face accusations of fakery. The genre has long walked the fine line between entertainment and authenticity. Series like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, The Hills, and even Survivor have been criticized for staging events, reshooting scenes, or guiding cast behavior. Some producers have admitted to soft scripting, where participants are given scenarios or talking points, but not exact lines. It's a way to create drama without handing over a full screenplay. While this might not be unethical by television standards, it blurs the lines for viewers expecting something organic. In this context, the Chrisleys might not be doing anything out of the ordinary. They're simply playing the game the way it's always been played. But for fans who initially tuned in to see an authentic Southern family navigate life, the idea that it could all be orchestrated leaves a bitter aftertaste. Characters, or caricatures. Another element that fuels the skepticism is the way each family member seems to fill a specific role. Todd is the flamboyant, overbearing patriarch with a witty one-liner for every situation. Julie is the level-headed, supportive wife. Savannah is the golden daughter, Chase the lovable screw-up. Nanny Faye plays the wild-card grandmother whose antics border on cartoonish. While family dynamics naturally include patterns, the consistency of these archetypes episode after episode makes it feel like the cast is leaning into assigned roles. Fans have pointed out that characters rarely deviate from their personas, even when real life would demand complexity or change. Some believe that the cast has become so accustomed to playing versions of themselves that it's no longer clear where the real people end and the performances begin. In that sense, Chrisley Knows Best may have crossed over into something more akin to reality-inspired fiction than true reality TV. Fan theories and online speculation. The internet has become a hotbed for Chrisley Knows best truthers. Fans who dissect every frame looking for clues that the show isn't what it claims to be. From breakdowns of inconsistent timelines to alleged spotting of crew members in the background, amateur sleuths have built a case against the show's authenticity. Some fans even speculate that scenes have been refilmed or dubbed to better fit narrative arcs. Others claim to have witnessed the Chrisley family acting out of character in public, suggesting that their on-screen behavior is all an act. While these anecdotes are hard to verify, they add to the swirling cloud of suspicion.